This is our custom error handling middleware for NextJS. It is designed as a higher-order function that takes another function, usually an API root handler, and returns an asynchronous function. Inside, we wrap the original handler call in a try-catch block. If an error occurs, we log it and respond with a status code of 500, indicating an internal server error to the client. A higher-order function is a function that takes another function as an argument or returns a function as a result. In our case, our error handler takes a handler function as an argument and wraps it with additional functionality for error capturing. Notice that we are using async before the function definition. This is because our error handler is designed to work with asynchronous operations that might be present in our API logic. In this snippet, we demonstrate how to use the error handler middleware with an API root handler. The myAppyHandler function simply responds with a success message. However, when we export it, we wrap it with our error handler. This means any errors thrown in myAppyHandler will be caught by our middleware. Now, let's focus on how the middleware wraps the original handler. By calling error handler, myAppyHandler, you are essentially creating a new function that first runs the error handling logic, and only then, if no errors are thrown, executes your API logic as intended. This approach modularizes error handling, making your code cleaner and more consistent across different API routes. Error handling behavior can be adjusted in one place, the middleware, instead of being scattered across multiple API route implementations. For client-side errors, we can customize the default NextJS error page by creating a component called myError. Here, we use Sentry to log exceptions. The function takes in props including the status code and whether getInitialProps has run, for server-side errors. getInitialProps is a special NextJS function that runs before rendering, allowing us to load initial data for server-rendered pages. Here, we've overridden the getInitialProps method of our error component to ensure it captures and logs exceptions that occur during server-side rendering. It's important to note that the use of getInitialProps can disable some optimizations like automatic static optimization in Next.js pages. Therefore, its use should be carefully considered and applied only when necessary. Finally, after logging the exception, we pass all the original properties received from Next.js's default error component getInitialProps method back to our myError component, ensuring that the error page renders correctly, with the appropriate status code. By capturing exceptions with Sentry on both the server and client sides, you're able to efficiently monitor and track down issues in your application. You could replace Sentry with any other error logging service that fits your needs.